All right. Questions for Coach Stevens? Start with Tim Bontemps.
Hey, Brad. I was just curious, over the first week or so, we've seen a ton of blowouts around the league. Seems like way more than normal. I was just curious if you had any thoughts on why that's kind of been the case. But it seems like there's 2 or 3 games a night that are 25 or 30-point games.
I don't know the answer to that, Tim. I don't know if it's abnormal or not. I think that sometimes at the start of the season, everybody is, everybody is like not settled into who they are yet. They're trying to figure things out. There's a lot of experimentation going on with guys playing in different lineups, and every one of 30 teams has great belief and optimism. And then I think just the increase in the three-pointer, simply by volume is going to create more discrepancy in outcomes, just probably above anything else.
Gary Washburn.
Hey, Brad, you're able to get some of your bench guys minutes against the Grizz. I wanted to see what you thought of, like, Aaron's, how comfortable he's getting, Carson, and what they're doing in practice. I mean, are you liking what some of the guys, Tremont, are doing in practice to maybe get more minutes, or just develop?
Well, the hard part about getting more minutes, Gary, as you know, is there's guys ahead of them, right? So, like, not only do you have to be really good, you have to prepare, you have to get better, you also have to displace the person in front of you. All those things are really hard. I thought that they all provided good things the other day. I was specifically impressed with the way that Carson came out and played that entire fourth quarter. I thought he did a really good job, not only, making shots, but also, driving the ball on the first one, making the right play. And so, I thought they all had really good moments. Listen, they're all working really hard. We don't get the chance to practice right now. The stretch is such that you just can't. So we are doing our teamwork in the video room. We're doing our teamwork in meetings, doing our team work at shoot-arounds when we can have them. But those are really, really limited time frames. So a lot of the stuff that they're doing is individual or in small groups. And they've done that religiously. They're working hard at it. But, this is the NBA. Like, there's really good players ahead of you sometimes. And so it's not just about how hard you're working and how much you're improving. Sometimes it's about health and opportunity through that, and or you've got to beat somebody out.
Abby Chin.
Hi, Brad. Happy New Year. I asked the guys this morning, what did you end up with in the gift exchange? And then what is the mindset heading into this season-long 4-game road trip?
Yeah, I actually had a gift certificate. I just gave it away. I saw the despair on a couple of staff's faces after they got their gifts stolen. So I didn't end up with anything, but I feel it was a fun time. It was cool. Allison did a great job of setting everything up. It was a good way to spend time together. Now, it's a little bit unique because we're sitting in a room, 3 at a table, these monstrous rooms. So you have to like scream across the room with all the COVID restrictions. But it is a opportunity to gather that a lot of people aren't getting. And we don't take that for granted, even though we're wearing masks and testing every day. And like, this is something that not everybody's getting a chance to do. And the good news for me is I was, in my room and asleep long before the ball dropped.
Final question for Coach John Corrales.
Hey, Brad, you talked after the Memphis game about how you liked the team's mentality and energy. Is there a way for you to tell going into a game how a team is going to have, what kind of energy the team's going to have?
I think, John, you played, you've been around it your whole life. Like, you know that some days it looks like you have a great shoot around and then you come out and lay an egg. Other days you don't look like you're going to have it, and all of a sudden you find this level. And there's a reason why you don't always come out with that. It's because everybody's human, right? And so I think that ultimately, the goal is to do this as well as you can and play to a standard, both physically, emotionally, and mentally, as many times as you possibly can. There's going to be 5 times a year where you just don't play well. There's going to be 5 times a year where the other team plays exceptionally well. A lot of that time you'll be able to point to shot making as a obvious reason, but that's just the way it goes. And I think you're trying to manage that as much as possible. Sometimes it's those wins when you don't play as well that you're able to chalk up that really can separate you throughout the course of a year. But the other day we came out with good intensity. Our guys had a good morning of preparation this morning. We're really locked in. We know that this is going to be really hard. We know that their physicality, their aggression takes after their coach and their coaching staff, and they've always played us tough. The last time they played them in TD Garden in front of fans, they killed us. And their bench guys tonight had 66 of their points. So we know we've got to be at our best every time we take the floor to have a chance to win. And so that's what we'll strive to be.
All right, we'll wrap it up right there. Thanks, Coach.